Shalom, this is Rabbi Lang, and here's a thought for the week. Today is a very special day. Many things come together. Number one, today is Gimel Tammuz, the third day of Tammuz, 27th Yartzeit of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. On this day, it's a very powerful day that everything that the Rebbe accomplishes and accomplished shines forth throughout the whole world and causes salvation for everybody. Today is the day that communities around the world will be concluding their study of Maimonides. 40 years ago, the Rebbe instituted that every day we should study some of Rabbeinu Moshe ben Maimon, the Rambam Maimonides. And today is the day that we conclude the 40th time the study of this great work. And because of that, I'd like to read for you the last law in Maimonides. Maimonides writes about the coming of Mashiach. The last two chapters talks about Mashiach's arrival. That over Oisei Azman, in those times when Mashiach will come, Lo Yesham Rav, there won't be any more famine. V'loi Milchama, there won't be any more war. V'loi Kina, there won't be jealousy. V'loi Sachrus, and there won't be unhealthy competition. Why? Rebbe points out the reason is because what does war come from? What is when there's famine, there's not enough to eat, brings to war, right? When people when people are jealous of other people, they don't feel like they have enough. That leads to, even when they have enough, that leads to people to feel like maybe that person has something better than I do. But when Mashiach will come, the world, the good will be so in abundance. And we will look at everything like dirt. And all the pleasant things will be like dirt. We'll look at the material world and we'll look at it and the value will be nothing. All the things, the yacht, the extra house, the big bank account, we'll have it all. We won't care for it. Be like a little kid cares for little toys, and then when you get older, you don't consider little toys being anything. When Mashiach will come, all the things that we find in the material world that seem to be important will not be important to us. It'll be like dirt and earth. And therefore there won't be any unhealthy competition or jealousy because we won't care for it. So then what will we be busy with? Says the Rambam, Lo yesa kol ha'olam ela ladas Hashem bilvad. The whole world will only be occupied with knowing God. We'll see, not just because we'll have nothing better to do, but we'll see the beauty and the sweetness and the pleasure of knowing God. And therefore the Jewish people will be wise, tremendously wise people. Not only will we learn the Torah, but we'll know the esoteric, the Kabbalistic, the mystical secrets of the Torah. And they will know the knowledge of their Creator as based on the power of the human being. Shenemar, as it says in Isaiah, as it says in Isaiah, that the world will be filled with the knowledge of God like the water covers the seabed. Not only will we know God, we will feel ourselves as one extension. We will be connected and we won't feel ourselves as separate from God. May that day come speedily. This concludes the entire 14 books of Maimonides and part of the insights on these two chapters. The Rebbe handed to me this book 30 years ago, 10 years after he started the Maimonides cycle. And some of the insights he says that when Mashiach will come, will be restored back to keeping all of the commandments in the third temple in Jerusalem with all the Jewish people together. And there will be peace amongst all people of all nations. And all the people of the world will come to recognize one God and serve God and live at peace with one another. Wouldn't that be a beautiful day? And what a better day for that to happen than on this special day of the third day of Tammuz. What is our job to do? What do we need to do? Says the Rebbe, tells us all. What we need to do is one more mitzvah. One more mitzvah. Whatever that may be. Doesn't matter where you are. It matters what direction we're going. Whether it's lighting Shabbat candles, ladies lighting Shabbat candles, men putting on tefillin, women using the mikveh, married women, or maybe adding in kosher or giving charity. The whole world's on a scale of good and bad. Says Maimonides, you do one more mitzvah, you weigh up the scale to the side of good and bring redemption for all mankind. So the Rebbe, on this special day, let's give a gift to the Rebbe. Let's demand from God and say, how much longer do we need to be in this darkness? When is all your promises and all the prophets for thousands of years, for almost 2,000 years, we were without our temple. Bring us the third temple. Bring us back to the land of Israel in peace for all mankind. May it come speedily now. Amen.